Here we are again in the beautiful Fujairah, where we're going to do some more outdoor cooking. Today I've got a special treat for you. It's a 13th century Andalusian recipe for rabbits, and I'm going to make them in a couple of different ways, one on the spit and one in the oven. And as you can see, we've got some beautiful rabbits here, 4 in total. So 2 that are going to be cooked on the spit and 2 in the oven. And for the ingredients, the ones that I've got lined up here are actually for the basting sauce for the spit rabbits. And so we have here murri, our favorite condiment, rose water, salt, pepper, cinnamon, and garlic, which I will crush. Because we're going to cook the rabbits over a moderate heat, not too close to the fire, because we want to retain tenderness. And I'm going to start with some rose water, 1 cup of rose water into the mixing bowl. Now I'm going to dissolve some salt in that. This recipe we're going to use 1 teaspoon. We need a little bit more rose water. Okay, now we're dissolving the salt in the rose water, and then we're going to add the remainder of the ingredients. So here we have black pepper, and then we have our cinnamon, 2 teaspoons, 1 cup of murri. I'm going to crush the garlic and add that in as well. Okay, now that our basting sauce is ready, it's time to prep the rabbit. Put the rabbit on the spit. As you can see, we'll just turn the rabbit. Now, the important thing about cooking the rabbits on a spit is to keep them nice and moist. And for that, of course, we need our basting sauce. Now, the recipe suggests using a feather, but I'm using a bouquet garni, and I'm just going to dip that into the basting sauce. I'm just going to turn to make sure that every part of the rabbit is covered with this delicious sauce. So, a final baste for the rabbits, which have now been fully roasted. We're going to actually make 2 sauces, a different one for each rabbit. We're going to start with a very simple one made with olive oil and garlic. And the meat is going to go into that sauce, but before that I'm going to rub it with some clarified butter. Put a cup extra virgin olive oil, and then just put our garlic. The recipe requires all the meat to be removed from the rabbit, and then I'm going to smear the meat with some clarified butter and then put it in the olive and garlic sauce. So first things first, we're going to extract all the meat here. The important thing is that we just don't have any bones in the rabbit. And now we're going to make a second sauce for the second rabbit. We're going to start once again with olive oil. We're going to add some murri, and then finally we've got some wonderful oregano, fresh oregano. I do genuinely want to taste the rabbit as it comes straight from the grill. You can really taste the basting sauce. Absolutely beautiful. Now the recipe suggests smearing butter on the meat in order to keep it tender. We're going to use clarified butter, ghee, and I'm going to just smear it all over the meat. Now we're going to pour the sauce, the garlic sauce on top, and here we have the accompanying rabbit, which is going to get its own sauce. It's the one with oregano. And we want to make sure that the meat is properly coated with that delicious. It's been a long day of roasting. We've now reached the fun part. This is the one with just olive oil and garlic, and of course the meat smeared with butter. You have a taste here. The butter really gives it a very rich texture and full flavor. The murri, the oregano, and let's see what we have here. Beautiful. What you get here is slightly more saltiness because of the murri, of course, but that is tempered more than adequately by the oregano. Wonderful dishes. Change of scenery and change of hat, and we're going to cook another 2 rabbits. We're going to put the rabbits into a tray, and we're going to cover it with loads of olive oil. We have 2 rabbits, so we need a lot of good quality olive oil for that wonderful flavor. Now we're going to crush and chop the garlic. Mix the garlic with the olive oil to make sure that the garlic flavors suffuse the olive oil, and then we're going to simply pour that over the rabbits before sending them on their way to the oven. And so this is the final one. These 2 rabbits were simply cooked in the oven with olive oil and garlic, and I'm going to chop them up. Nothing could be simpler. Going to arrange the pieces, the olive oil and garlic that's in the dish. So of course I'm going to make sure that all the pieces are coated in the olive oil and garlic. We have here some vinegar. This happens to be some wonderful lime vinegar. The recipe doesn't really specify the vinegar, any kind that you like, but this one is particularly nice. Adds a wonderful citrus flavor. Here we have the 3 variations of the rabbit recipe. So we have one with the rabbit smeared with butter and then in an olive and garlic sauce. We have the rabbit in the murri and oregano and olive oil sauce. And then here we have the rabbit that's actually been cooked in olive oil and garlic. A true rabbit delight. And now finally the tasting. Fantastic. You can eat it just like this, or with some bread that you can then dunk into this wonderful sauce.